material to Olamide, although he does none, and then talk more about the context which Awa creates in today's debate. I'll talk more about what the exploitative means of capitalism means, and whether or not the POI closing ask on like when people are not willing to work, what should be the case. But first thing, Olamide says, see, when you give people rights, that means everybody would have equal access to that right. That is bullshit arguments. We guarantee reproductive rights in society, but panel, I don't have abortion rights. See, the fact that we give rights doesn't mean that we don't appreciate the nuances of those rights. So very well, we are very happy to like have rights that are universal, but in the instances of providing implementation for them, we recognize the nuances. That is why a government cannot, in the name of social welfare, install a borehole in Victoria Garden City in Lagos. You put it where they would need it, but then you recognize it's a society and then you perpetuate it. So the argument on how you are going to give rich people or all of those that nonsense falls out of this debate. Then Olamide talks about economic benefits and how this is not sustainable. First level of responses to this is that in most of the time, it is not that we cannot sustain some of these things that we overlook and then we put as privilege. Most of the time, it is that the priorities of the government are different. That is why South Africa can successfully host the World Cup with all of the bodies, but cannot provide fees because their priorities are different. So in most instances, it is not the case that they are not sustainable. It is the case that government priorities are different. But then, the real problem that this narrative says when they say that what you can get from from welfare is a privilege is that people don't even aspire to actually protect or facilitate these things. That was the first thing Awa tells you in today's debate, that the problem is not that people don't have the necessary resources, it's that people don't aspire to do it. I'll talk about that more when I get to their case on like the taxing the hell out of people or anything. So they say you give rights to and they say this overwhelms like governmental structure. The argument they give to this is the Medicare stuff, and then they talk about rights or resources. Panel, the clarification that needs to come here is that when we talk about rights, what exactly do we say when we guarantee rights in society? First, we say one, that the guaranteeing of that right makes it so that it becomes a fundamental objective of government. They must aspire to provide for it. We recognize that in instances where they don't have resources, that is a valid defense. Not adequate resources, a valid defense. The panel, fact, it is in our constitution that education should be free at all levels. But the reason why you cannot go to court to enforce it is that the courts in several cases has recognized the fact that we do not have resources to protect them. But it is a fundamental objective, and why it is a right is because government should always aspire in most instances to protect them and facilitate access to them. The reason why we try to provide access to roads and not necessarily provide motor cars for everybody is that we don't have these resources. To the extent that the resources are like that we have the resources, we say in those instances that you perpetuate the narrative that they are privileged, when you have the resources, you don't do them in those instances. And these guys say 3 things you need to do if you want to get funds. You tax people heavily, you appropriate property, and then if you have the resources. We are very fine and okay. But the clarification is that facility is like a major problem here. For you to facilitate things is something these guys do not do. Why? Because the narrative is that it's something you are not entitled to, but something that the state gives you out of privilege. That is what they have to defend, and not some pragmatic bullshit about taxing people, taxing the hell out of the rich, or anything like that. But then, all other rebuttals are integrated here. Panel. The first thing Awa tells you in today's debate is that when we go into history, society recognized that the welfare of the people should become the supreme law. Why? Because we recognize that a state is where you give out certain rights, you give up certain rights, so that you can use the surpluses of a lot of people to cater for the excesses of many. That is why we recognize poverty has not been a conscious thing. We know the reason why we are poor is because of the environment you find yourself and the power structures of social mobility. We recognize that when we were talking about social contract, then we imputed it that the principle is that we use, and this is about rights and duties and obligations, we use the surpluses of a lot of people to cater for the excesses of the few in society. To the extent that that is the principal justification, the narrative that it is a privilege that you can get or not get, that you can get out of state magnanimity, corrodes or go against this particular principle. But then, why is this particularly problematic, especially as regards Western states that try to shield themselves from reality, like Canada and like the USA? First of all, we say when you see it as a privilege, you think you are very, very magnanimous. You can give it when you like, you can give it when you don't like, you don't aspire to protect it. We think that is a problem. The second problem Awa tells you is that this cannot be enforced to the extent that people can flagrantly abuse people based on the fact they think this is a privilege. We think that is false. But why is this necessarily a thing? Why? We think it is one of the tools which capitalism has actually brought up to keep people in that bottom billion cage. Capitalism recognizes that the only way we cannot have revolt of the proletariat is if we give them cushioning effects, and we call it safety nets. That is what is going on in Canada. And our first substantive from me, why is this particularly problematic? Why? Because because this particular trend of capitalism is not sustainable. Why? Because a lot of people are now not aspiring to codify these things are right. These things are not they are not being protected. So what you are in essence doing is to deny people economic rights which they are entitled to. When you do this, you don't have any other option than revolt, and this is like a short-term benefit to a very long-term.
So you say it's a valid resource, valid defense if there are inadequate resources. You think it's also a valid defense if making it a right will mess everything up?
No, it won't. Like, look at it. See, no, it is not a valid defense that making it a right will mess anything up if you don't tell us how things will be messed up. See, you can't just say that, like, I get it. You can't just say that in our society, the reason why I don't want to give you what belongs to you is that maybe it will not be good for you. That is so morally bankrupt, right? So you have to show us how in today's status quo what is someone's what you have an obligation to do something, you have to discharge it. But then, most importantly, let's talk about why it is that, and these guys asked whether this is a condition even if you don't want to work. We say yes. Why? Because people should be protected even if they don't aspire to be protected. See, states and social contract makes it so that even when people are weak, we should protect them. Even when people are reckless, they are still entitled to state security. The state cannot abdicate its responsibilities because people are restless. Because that is the essence of state creation. We recognize that some people are weak and some are strong, and we have to put both together to achieve traction. At the end of today's debate, he who wins the debate panel shows you how this is something which is principally justified. This is an obligation and it should be a right. Secondly, how the trend is unsustainable. We told you how revolt will come about if capitalism is not checked, when it says we want to lie to people that social safety net is enough. We are very proud to be OG.